Good morning everyone and welcome to a new video on the channel. It is Saturday the 28th of October 2023 and today we're off back to the International Stadium where Rob Elliott is taking charge of his first home game. It is Gateshead versus AFC Fylde in the National League. So here I'm in Gateshead and going into this game this afternoon, Fylde are currently in 23rd place in the National League table, which is of course second bottom. It's been a bit of a tough return for them, but in the week they did have a very impressive 3-0 win against Oldham Athletic, and like us have gone through a little bit of a managerial change recently. Adam Murray, who was the man that led them to last season's National League North title, has left the club, and right now I believe it is Chris Beach who is overseeing first team things. Of course, he was the Carlisle United manager for a time as it goes, so don't let the league positions fool you. This is going to be a very tough game today, despite the fact we do of course currently have double the points tally they have, and as well our record against Fylde is absolutely abysmal over the years. It's probably as bad if not worse than what we have against Halifax and against Bromley, but speaking of us, we are now in 8th place in the National League table following Tuesday night's 2-2 draw at Rochdale. We did drop out of playoffs, but you know what, it's nothing to really write home about at this point. It is very close. It is still relatively early days. I mean, we're not even halfway through the season yet, so and you've got to remember as well, I think a lot of people maybe had us about this kind of position anyway, so we're either performing to expectations or maybe even above expectations, so yeah, still all relatively good. And as I alluded to this morning, this is Rob Elliott's first home game as manager. It's the first home game we've had in 3 weeks since that controversial game against Altrincham. I mean, obviously we deserve to lose that game, there's no getting away from that, but let's just hope for a bit more sanity with the officiating at this one today. Hopefully the referee that starts the game will also be the one that finishes it, and as well nobody will be discussing his performance, because I think being a referee is like being the sound operator on a film set, isn't it? If you don't do anything wrong, then nobody will say a word about your performance, but if you do something wrong, then everyone notices, and the whole thing is affected by it. But yeah, all the same, that's obviously something that's a bit out of our control, and we can just all we've got to do is our own thing. As I say, a very rancid record against Fylde. I believe we've have played them 9 times or something over the last 8 or 9 years, and beaten them once, drawn once, and lost the other 7, and only scored twice. And the draw that we had was actually 0-0, and we ended up missing a penalty in that game. So it just feels like anything that can go wrong when we play this lot does go wrong, but there's always time for these sorts of things to turn on their heads. Keep talking about the law of averages and stuff like that, so fingers crossed that can be something that comes into effect today. Let's head on down to the International Stadium and find out how it all unfolds. So the team's warming up, Fylde getting ready just there. They've think they're going to be in an away kit this afternoon. Of course, their usual colours would be white, therefore obviously they can't wear that here. I think the colours like a dark blue these days, maybe with some other colours on it as well. But anyway, the Gateshead are getting ready just here. Of course, going to be in our home kit for a home game. Anyway, I will see you when the players are coming out of the tunnel and ready to start the match.
Thank you, Dan and Cole.
Don't silence! Don't silence! Don't silence! Don't silence! Don't silence!
Get it out, man.
Gateshead! Tell this man! Scotty
I generally don't think we're going to get back into this. Here we go. 10 minutes in and we're getting absolutely destroyed. Here we go. We could be about 4-0 down here. Half-time, Gateshead 0, AFC Fylde 2. I mean, we're having the chances towards the end of the first half, which I guess is something, but the fact of the matter is we cannot be giving teams head starts like that. I mean, Fylde could have been 3, 4, possibly even 5 up in like the first 10-15 minutes or something like that. We were just at total 6s and 7s throughout the half. The passing's been way off its usual standard, let's just put it that way. But you know, it is. I mean, obviously the game's not lost, and obviously the next goal in this game is vital. I think if Fylde go 3-0 up, then that is pretty much game over, unfortunately. But if we get it, I think depending on, again like the other night, depending on when we get it, that could well be something that could swing the game back in our favour. And I think we will have chances, but then again, I think that they're going to have chances as well. Like, I mean, they look very good for, say, the second bottom in the league, like, and based on what I've seen in that first half, I don't think there's a cat and hell's chance of them getting relegated, really. But yeah, all the same, we've only got ourselves to blame for that first half, unfortunately, and I think, yeah, the scoreline sadly is probably about right, I'm afraid, but yeah, hopefully we can rectify that in the second half.
We won't score in a brothel, would we? There it is.
Stephen Wood.
7 minutes of added time.
Fucking joking me on it.
I know.
How fucking easy was that, man?
We've got every single thing we've deserved today.
How's he still on the fucking pitch for 90 minutes, Lockhouse? Man! Fucking hell, man! That was absolutely shocking!
Kind of sums it up, that was absolute. We got everything we deserved.
Full-time Gateshead 0, AFC Fylde 4. I haven't even got the energy to be angry with that. The players have got to take full responsibility for that, because that was not the Gateshead that we've grown to know. It was just like we had so many chances in that second half, and yet their goalkeeper was barely even tested. Yet, whereas obviously whenever Fylde went forward, they looked as though they had goals in them. So that was the clear and obvious difference today, and it is quite straightforward. There has to be a response within the performance at Yeovil next week, which is going to be an exceptionally tough game against a team that are flying in the National League South. I know it's the league below, but still a long journey down to Somerset. But there has to be there has to be strong words tonight. Everyone needs to go home, have a good think about what went wrong today, and make sure that it is addressed on the training ground, and next week would at least see something within the performance, because I mean, a lot of people are going on about how badly we missed Robbie Tinkler. I know he's a key player, he's been very consistent for us, but missing one player shouldn't mean that the whole team falls apart like a jigsaw in a box, you know what I mean? They've got to take full responsibility. I know it's only Rob Elliott's second game, but that simply has to be the worst performance that we ever have under him, because I mean, obviously no disrespect to Fylde, they've completely and utterly done a number on us today, but obviously when you think we're going to be coming up against some obviously stronger teams in the league, obviously the likes of Chesterfield, Barnet, York, teams like that, that could punish us even further if we're cutting about with naive mistakes like that, and I think the reaction at full time and what have you said it all. I mean, the fact that most of the crowd that turned up today were probably not even in the ground when the third and the fourth goal went in, and a lot of anger at full time, which honestly I think today you can probably understand it, because we totally shot ourselves in the foot, and just a very, very bleak day at the International Stadium. I really don't know what it is, but we seem to be better away than what we do at home. I really cannot put my finger on why that is, but I just want to go home and forget about this, to be honest, because today's been a complete and utter write-off, and I mean, credit to Fylde, they will climb higher in the league. There's a reason I did put them relatively high at the start of the season. I maybe haven't shown that in their previous games up to now, but they've had two really impressive results this week, and but I think obviously as a Gateshead fan, the main focus for me is on us, on our performance, exactly why everything went so badly wrong, and hopefully the players will be able to acknowledge that, and next week we'll see they'll come out at Yeovil a lot more fired up, but I'm just going to leave that video here, and I'll be back on Wednesday, and I'll actually be in Italy. It is actually a bank holiday in Italy as it goes, so I'll be at a game on Wednesday afternoon. It is AC Mestre versus you can see the name of the opposition in the description on the little title there, and I'm not even going to try and pronounce the name, but until then, take care, cheers for watching, see you later.